It's about time, bitch.
My name is Miss Tyffanie Morgan.
Rowena Whey. It's Joy.
What's going on here?
Just a whole lot of celebrity.
Pause for applause. Woo.
Hello and welcome to What's the Maple Tea? With your hostesses, me, Rowena Whey, and
me, Miss Tyffanie Morgan.
Rowena literally ran in the door like 1 minute ago while the music was playing and sat down, was like, am I here? Am I ready? Am I in the camera? Yes, I am. Done. Why are you wearing a name tag?
Oh, yes, I'm wearing my name tag. Well, I was at the Makers meetup, Rowena Whey. Oh, that's really attached to me, isn't it?
The meetup for people who make things.
Yes. And I bumped into one of our friends who's part of the Brass Over Tea Kettle band.
Oh, very nice.
The trombonist, I can't remember.
Jen.
Jen. I'm like, what's her name again? So she was there, and also I got bumped into one of my movie friends who. Well, when I say
movie friends, she's got film friends now.
I got film friends now.
She's elite now,
and he's the one. He's been doing the edits.
Oh,
and I'm like
on the edit,
and I'm like, I'll blame it on him at the end of the day. But I'm like, can you give me some secrets?
Tell me what I can see what's happening.
But I was like, don't give me details. And I'm like, but am I good? Am I good? He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Amazing.
Right,
I'm excited. I have tickets.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I from my understanding, the balcony was, because they've opened up tickets now at the balcony. They may also be sold out at this point.
Well, I mean, when I bought my ticket, the balcony was the only thing available. Or was that the mezzanine? I have no idea. Anyway, I got tickets.
I call that the mezzanine, but for some reason on the website
are there 3 floors to the Grand Theater?
I think there's 2.
Yeah, so there's the orchestra, and then there's the balcony.
And then balcony, yeah. There's no
in between, right?
There's no in between, yeah.
Okay.
I think?
Maybe? I don't know. I haven't, honestly, the last time I was there for Tegan and Sarah, so you would think I would know, because I was literally just there.
We got a first comment, hands off the wheel, locked in, twerking for What's the Maple Tea?
I'm pretty sure that comment came in, like, before we even started filming.
702. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. Yeah.
Which is great. I mean, I love our audience of one.
What are you talking about?
No, we have plenty more listeners
There's
than
2.
just one. One of them's you. No. So Tiff, what is the Makers Meetup? Tell us, everyone. Tell everyone
sorry.
About that.
So Makers Meetup is hosted by the city of Kingston, and I can never keep everything separate because there's like a department of Kingston Music, and then there's Kingston Film and Media.
Yes, that's all under Tourism Kingston.
No, they're not part of Tourism Kingston.
I thought they were.
They're partners with Tourism they're their own entities. And then there's Invest Kingston, which was also there.
Invest Kingston is who gave me my 40 under 40 award.
What?
Yeah.
I have to send him an email and be like, what the fuck? Where was my 40 under 40
You're
award?
over 40.
5 years ago, I could have got
it.
It
didn't exist.
I demand reparation.
Did you not just get the Mayor's Arts Award?
But I need more.
She wants more recognition. More recognition. All the recognition. Just plaster her face all over Kingston. Replace the lights, that are shining on Town Hall with images of her face.
Yeah.
Replace the lights on that are shining behind the skating rink with just like her blue wig logo. And when you're at the slush puppy place next, those spotlights swirling around, those are just going to be Tyffanie. Like actually her, just swirling around the room. She's going to be a giant blimp.
Seniors Award coming soon.
Ooh.
Dare you?
Ooh.
How dare you? Oh, we're gonna have to ban you. Someone's also
You said something naughty.
Someone said that they're commenting on Facebook but watching on YouTube. Yeah, that works. That works. Yeah. Oh, how is it that you turned that down and I got darker? I don't
dim
really
your light.
understand how
I dim
that.
your light.
I
Tiff.
don't. Oh, my light that you dimmed.
Yeah, I dimmed your
But
light.
the Makers Meetup is a really great kind of meet and greet. Well, it's not a meet and greet. It's just a way to connect, network.
Is that not a meet and greet?
No, meet and greet is where you're meeting one person.
Oh, you like when one person's really famous. So it's your meet and greet.
Well-
Makers Meetup is your meet and greet.
But it's a way for creatives, makers of things to like connect with people. So at first it was like it was kind of meant for musicians, like it meant for film people and musicians. But then they realized that like, hey, connecting all these different types of media people together and actors and drag queens.
Yes, and this is how you found out about your movie.
This is how I got connected
Yeah.
to do my movie.
See,
I'm like,
it's not about being good. It's about nepotism.
nepotism,
Connections.
connection.
It's about who you know.
It's about the
So it's
casting
about who you
couch
blow.
and who. No, it's not.
The casting couch. The casting couch.
We're going to get canceled here. I did
Honey,
none
if
of
we
that.
haven't been canceled yet, it's not going to happen
I did
anytime
none
soon.
of that to get this. All I did for this role was I chatted up with a guy who's like, oh, I produce movies. I'm like, oh, okay. And then they're like, here's my card. I didn't have a card. He gave me his card. And I emailed him back and said, hey, we were chatting.
And then you auditioned.
And then I auditioned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nikki.
and that's it.
And that's
So if you're wanting to, get into the, I don't know, acting or whatever it might be, or you're a filmmaker, or even just there's a lot of social media.
It's a
people
very
there.
social event, too.
There's a lot of social media people there who do advertising for like on social media, and it was really good.
I haven't been, actually, I think, since last year. I need
Yes,
to go.
you haven't been.
Yeah.
Which
I haven't
is-
been since the first one.
Which is how I reel in all the
Yeah,
gigs.
she gets all the stuff.
because you don't show up.
I'm so busy. So busy.
Speaking of so busy, as you run in here looking like you play a rugby sport or something.
I'm wearing exercise clothes. It's weird.
Yeah, you're
I
wearing.
told Tiff, will people mind if I'm sweaty? And she said no.
They'll pay extra.
They'll pay extra. And
They'll
I
pay.
said, can you smell it through the camera?
Maybe you need to do some ASMR. Like put your pit on the cam. No, don't. Actually, I don't do it. I want to disinfect that afterwards. Nope. Okay.
I didn't touch it. I'm just wafting. You know what I didn't do, though?
You didn't shower.
Maple tea, that's true. Maple Tea is the live broadcast podcast where we talk about everything Kingston drag, Canadian drag, and apparently my armpits. They're shaved.
Oh my gosh, we got lots of people commenting right now. They're like, what brand of knee pads do you use?
Knee pads. Oh, when I'm blowing? Or when I'm playing sports?
When you're playing sports, I think.
I'm pretty sure my last knee pads were Adidas.
Sports.
Why do you wear
Sports.
jock straps?
Sports. There's no scratch and sniff involved. Yeah, exactly.
No,
There's no
no
scratch,
scratch
and
and
sniff involved in this program.
There could be.
There could be. Who knows?
I'm not going to touch the mic because I don't like when people do that. Even
Oh,
though you
okay.
just did it
I know.
a bunch of times.
Well, it's my fucking microphone. I can do what the fuck I want, Rowena.
You can and
You're not my
shouldn't.
father, and you never will be.
She learned this one new recently, and she's been using it a lot. It happens a lot now, actually. Yeah.
I'm hip and young and beautiful
And fertile.
and fertile.
Yeah. The fierce, fabulous, and fertile Tyffanie Morgan.
So, Rowena, we didn't talk about anything. What we're going to talk about today? You literally just rushed into
I just
the door.
ran in here. I did want to talk to you about the Makers Meetup because I thought that would be fun to talk about.
No, I really love the Makers Meetup, and that's why. And then now we're going to plug my thing, March 8th, the Fabulous Connections, because of that Makers Meetup, where people just kind of connect and they make connections.
That's what they do when they connect. Yes.
Yeah, they, but it's like it's just there's no, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to pay anything. It's really just a very informal. And I kind of want to take that and be like, maybe we can do that for drag and
Specifically drag.
Specifically drag. Believe it or not, I was talking to someone there, and they were like, we were thinking about starting to make the Makers Meetup more specific as well.
Oh my God! There
And
you
I'm
go.
like, I'm already doing it, March 8th.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
This is the Makers Meetup for drag. This is
drag.
the Makers Meetup for movies. This is the Makers Meetup for pornography. Wait, what? Tiff was just rolling with it. She was just going. She had no idea what was going to happen. And that's called this podcast.
Well, it's so funny that you should say that, because there were people who announced that they just opened up a new studio in Tamworth.
In
Tamworth. So,
Cool.
Who knows? You could film something.
I mean,
in
it's probably
Tamworth.
less expensive than filming in Kingston. Do we have a film studio here?
We do not.
They were building one on the West End.
Branded to Film
Yeah.
is building one
On the
and
West
it's-
End.
It's like 20,000 square feet. or
Yeah,
something like
James
that.
James is doing it.
James Melville's
Yeah.
in it. Yeah. Is he part of Branded to Film?
He was.
Yeah. He's very much part of them. Yeah.
He did my advertising video for Queen of Wheat when it came out.
Are we talking about the same James?
I think so.
James does video. He does audio. Oh, anyway, okay. But yeah, there is. Yeah, they're building it. Branded to Film. Who are doing the movie?
They did her movie.
Yeah, did her movie. Yeah, I have to be careful. I'm
It's
like,
not just
it's not
you.
my movie.
You're not the only star of this movie. In fact, I don't think you have lead billing.
I have a card. I have a big opening credit card.
No. I didn't say you didn't have one of the lead bills. I said you don't have lead billing. Lead billing is the first.
No,
Yeah. See.
no.
Yeah.
I do not have first.
That's okay.
Image.
That's okay. Tiff, future.
Hashtag future.
When Sweet Pea, the Tyffanie Morgan story, comes out, then you will have lead billing, of course.
Yeah, but no one plays their actual autobiographical movies or anything. It's always a younger person.
You'll be playing yourself as young and medium and old Tiffany. All of them. It's just Tyffanie Morgan acting as herself throughout her own life. Honestly, I would watch that. I would watch that. Now, I know a good movie studio in Tamworth.
Yes.
Oh my God, can we have Universe play young Tyffanie Morgan? And then, middle-aged Tyffanie Morgan will be played by Sherry Ann Hex. No, middle-aged will be played by you. And then old Tiffany will be played by Sherry Ann Hex.
Just stop. No, don't say that. Oh, that's terrible.
I think
terrible.
that'd be great. If you want to see that movie, please chime in the comments. Say yes. Just say yes.
Just say yes.
Say yes to drugs that will be needed for whatever that movie comes out like.
Oh my God, you're gonna need some fucking psychedelics that have been growing in someone's basement.
Oh yeah,
least.
someone sent us a heart. See, that was a yes.
Yes, we got a heart on Facebook. I think something happened to our Instagram feed. I may have broken it.
You broke it?
It was working, and now I don't have access to it. But anyway, who cares about that?
It's probably Meta. Meta just shut it down
Meta
because we were
just shut us
talking
down.
about gay stuff.
Oh my God. Shall we have you open that store? Oh, wait, hold on. Before we do that, Skeleton Park Press, the local paper.
This is what I get for not planning our conversation.
Just this one little moment. There we go.
She's literally looking at physical media, people. Oh, it is Tyffanie Morgan.
Tiffany Morgan's in it. Yeah.
You're not on camera. There you go.
Yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
Queen.
Tyffanie Morgan's in the newspaper. Now you need to frame it.
Well, my sister said I need another copy for mom.
You do. You need at least 3
Moms
copies.
always need a copy.
You
Moms
need at
always
least 3
need a
copies.
copy.
One for you, one for your mom, and then one to frame.
I will quote here. Seriously, what doesn't Tiffany Morgan do? That should definitely be a new hashtag.
Well, I mean, she doesn't have taste.
Or high heel shoes.
Or high heel shoes. She doesn't walk in high heel shoes. No, Tiffany Morgan does everything.
I do.
Podcasting, movies, live theater, comedy, singing-ish, dancing-ish. Everything. That's everything. She even does carpentry. Everything. Sorry, you work wood.
Oh, I work wood. Oh, I'm a woodworker. Oh, okay, there we go.
Thank you.
We also have a comment that stunts will be done by Rowena Whey.
Yeah, I'll do the twirls. I'll do the twirls. Oh, have you ever fallen off a stage?
Intentionally, no.
No, that's the question. Is have you ever fallen off a stage?
Who hasn't? Or fallen on? I actually have fallen onto a stage. That's always fun.
Of course,
That's always
you would
fun.
fall onto the stage.
Yeah, like literally. So I'm pretty sure I probably have fallen off a stage at some, like not like a massive like 4-foot fall drop or anything, but there was a in Belleville.
In Belleville,
In
the Bell Pub.
Yeah, at the Bell Pub.
Uh-huh.
And I was in a long dress that I'm like, oh, it'll look beautiful on stage. And of course, I did the typical long dress problem where you're walking up the steps and then you catch your foot on your dress.
Yep.
And you bring yourself down. And I literally face down directly on the stage.
Ooh,
There's a
did your
whole
makeup-
there's a gas.
Did your makeup stay on?
Yes.
Yes, good. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Good. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Did you keep emoting?
Yes, there was quite the gasp in the room. Everyone was just like, and then I just like, you know, because you're startled and stuff. You just like get back up. And you're
Yeah.
like, I'm okay.
I'm good. I'm good. I made it. I'm good.
good.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm good.
Blah, blah, blah.
Why have you fallen off a stage, Rowena?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I feel like if you haven't been doing drag long enough,
Yeah.
if you haven't done a few different things, one being falling off a stage, because you just haven't performed on enough stages if you haven't been going so hard that you accidentally step off or like all those things. And I swear I've fallen off at least 2, maybe 3 stages.
I remember the stages that you broke.
I have broken stages. Yeah. Is that the same thing as falling off? I don't think so.
No, but it's very unique. Not many people have broken stages.
Yeah.
And you
I
have
break
done that.
boundaries for everyone.
She just tears those boundaries down.
No one should stand higher than other people in society. That's why I break stages.
She broke glass ceilings. She's broke through the walls, and she even broke through the floor.
All of it. It's all
of it.
broken.
She's just broken.
Every boundary has been broken by Rowena Whey, including my hymen.
Yep. That's exactly where you went, and that's exactly what I thought you were going to go to.
Yep. But the other faux pas that I think that everyone has done once they've been performing in drag long enough, and it really is a signature for like being a drag performer, is having your wig fly off.
Oh, like those little things that you're like, are you a drag? Yeah. Are
Yeah.
you a drag artist? Has your wig fallen? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, or your tuck popped out.
Or your tuck popped out. That's happened to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or your tit falls out,
Or your tit falls out.
which I have had.
Oh, do you remember when people used to do like pantyhose filled with stuff as your bra pads?
Yep.
Yeah.
Rice or
when rice
or,
used to fly out of your boobs. Yeah. This is drag.
Well, okay, I'm gonna share another story then.
Oh my god, I love it.
So, and I think this is probably in the last 5 years, to be honest, too, which I felt really, really silly about, but laughed hysterically afterwards. So at in Gananockers,
Your knocker flew out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the Royal Theatre, I forgot to bring my bra, but I have this other tights underneath, and I was like, this should be good enough to hold, and it was until I started moving around. And you know me,
You don't move around a lot, but you do move.
And then suddenly the tit was down here, suddenly I was like breastfeeding from my stomach, and The other one was like up here. I don't know how like
What
gravity.
is that called? A GI tube? It's called a GI tube.
I'm like, gravity would normally bring things down, I thought. But anyway, this for some reason it moved up, and yeah, it was quite the. And of course, halfway through the show, I'm playing with them.
Oh, and people would love that.
Because I'm like trying to get them in the proper places. And so
Gravity's a bitch, ain't she?
she don't know where she wants the boobs.
No.
She's like, I want one here, and I want one up there. You've never had that problem.
We call that titty dysplasia.
It's a titty dysplasia,
Yes,
exactly.
yeah.
You've never had that problem, have you?
So I have had one boob pop out of my bra before.
Oh.
Because I used to pad my bra with like rice, like filled pantyhose.
Did you?
I did, yeah. When I first started, I did.
Oh, because did they taught you that back there?
Yeah, they taught me that.
Oh, because that's how yeah. Oh.
You fill it with rice and you in a pair of pantyhose or two.
Uncooked rice.
Uncooked rice, because then it absorbs all the moisture and you don't sweat as much. Just like, freeing your phone after you drop it in the water.
Yeah, and not minute rice, don't use.
No, don't use minute rice, real rice. But in order to help your boob stay in place, you'd put it like over your neck, under your outfit.
Oh, you were doing braless titties.
No, I had a bra, but like it would still help because like they shift a little bit. Like when you're, especially if you do as much performing, like moving as I did. And when I first started, I was doing like splits because I could.
Yeah.
And like flips and handstands and
Yeah.
stuff. And so I was like, okay, keep the, like tie it, but keep the like the panty part of the tights and just put it over my shoulders so that it would keep it in place. And of course, they both flew out and they were like up, like out of my my armpits because I was wearing like a
and they were still on you.
They were still attached, but they were
still,
flying.
so they were
out,
just flopping
flapping
around all over the. Oh my god!
Yeah, but I've also had a ball pop out in the middle of a show. I've never fully untucked in the middle of a show, but I've had balls pop out.
Yeah,
and like this was before I was wearing tights down here, so like people saw my testicle.
Yeah,
yeah.
Back in the day, we didn't. Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when I started wearing tights, honestly, and like started wearing hip pads because I didn't wear hip pads when I started.
No, well, we didn't even have hip pads when I started. Yeah. It was all just up the boobs sort of thing. There was no hip pads. I don't think anyone. No. Hip pads was a very new kind of thing for me.
I mean, a lot of the queens on the early seasons of Drag Race wore hip pads.
Like in the first.
Actually, no. In the early season, no, not really.
Like, I think it might have been a pageant thing.
I think it's a pageant thing to make yourself have that body.
Yeah, because you want that body. In the pageant world, you want that body.
You need to be curvaceous. You've got to have it. If you don't have it,
you're not winning your
winning.
award.
You're not
winning Miss Continental. You're not winning Miss USA, Gay USA.
Miss Gay USA, Miss Entertainer
what
of the Year.
What are some of the titles? I'm trying to remember some of the titles. Miss Continental Toronto.
There's
yes.
also Miss Continental at Large.
At large, yes.
Yeah.
Which is the bigger woman.
The bigger
right?
women, yes.
Continental, yeah.
There's Entertainer of the Year. There's a whole bunch of like regional ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a comment here that I am so grateful that my tits are firmly attached 24/7.
You should make them bigger for a show one day. Just because you could. Just because drag.
We will make some rice tits for
you. Yeah, we'll give you some rice tits. You could have 4 tits. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Actually, now that we say that, I knew some girls who were just going on the moans and stuff, and they would use them to prop up, like add more to the boobie, and then you see all the natural boobie on top.
Yeah, you see the line, and you got the little, the flesh.
Yeah.
I don't have boobs. I'm sorry.
And that's some of us fat girls would do that too. Actually, some of us fat girls would also tape.
Oh
around.
yeah.
You remember that? Yeah.
One of my favorite performers to watch, not because she does anything like overly spectacular, is not Jasmine Kennedy, Kennedy St. James. Because she's got the real tits, like implants, and what she does is when people have tips, she asks them to put them in between her tits.
Oh, and then
and then she grabs her boobs and she swallows the hand, like the full hand, and then takes the money out. And it makes me laugh every time, and I love it. And sometimes I wish I could do that, but I just don't have the equipment.
There's a drag artist from Toronto who does that at in the county sometimes.
Yeah,
when they
that's
book her.
Kennedy St. James.
Oh,
Yeah.
with the chest,
Yeah.
with the chest hair.
Oh, no, that's Alice in Chains.
Allison Chains.
Yeah.
I saw her do that,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Good on you, girl. Good on you, girl." Probably stealing it from St. James.
She's actually stealing watches off of people's hands. That's what's happening.
Like, did you lose
Did
your
you lose
wedding
your wedding
ring?
ring? Did you lose that Tyffanie bracelet?
What
Did
about
you-
the engagement ring?
She's stealing your man next, but she'll start with the jewelry. Start with the jewelry.
Oh my goodness sake. So you're listening to What's the Maple Tea with me, Miss Tyffanie Morgan.
And me, Rowena Whey.
All right. Did we want to talk about the state? So you have posted a lot of stuff about tariffs on your
Oh God,
you got caught up in that too, did you?
I am just I did it as a joke.
You did as a
I
joke.
did a joke
Yeah.
post about tearing a riff, but
Oh yes, that was
Yeah.
a good one. That was a
thank you,
good one.
thank you. I have another one, but the tariff it's gone, or at least it's paused.
Oh okay.
As of today, they're paused for 30 days.
Oh I know. I kind of figured that was happening because they did it with Mexico like the day before.
I can't
You
right
can't?
now with states. I can't. Everything is
This
just
is why I asked the question.
everything is chaotic, and the way that Trump works is he just shoots things out and sees if people grab onto them, and then he runs with it. And so some things just never happen and none never come to fruition, and
Yeah.
some things are like really big deals. But like the thing that happened today that is a big deal is that Elon Musk got control of the financial and social security records of the entire government. That happened today.
Of government workers?
Of government workers, of people who have Medicaid or take federal money, get federal social assistance, like social insurance numbers, financial information, your address, your like all of those things, what your medical disorders are, like that's all now been, I mean, Elon Musk and all of his not government people have access to all that information in the States. And it's kind of scary. And I don't really know how to handle it except to say, fucking vote on February 27th in the Ontario election, please. Vote. As long as you don't vote blue, just vote, please.
Just vote.
Just vote.
Yeah, we do have a provincial election February 27th.
Yeah, this month. Literally this month. And like nothing's been announced about it.
Yeah, I don't even,
This is the strategy. This is his strategy. He wants people to not vote.
Well, okay, so Parliament is Parliament is dismissed right now. So there's nothing he can do right now other than campaign for his party at this point. So if you haven't heard about where to go for elections and stuff, that's Elections Ontario.
It is. And go
problem.
on Elections Ontario and update your address if you moved. Do it now because you won't be able to do it soon. Go in, update your address so you can get voter cards and all that stuff. And you can vote in advance.
Yeah, I was just going to look into that because I do tend to do the events, but I'm going to throw the link in the chat.
Yeah, do it. Do it. This is important, everyone.
I'm like, I'll have to find. There's voted by mail, list of candidates. Yeah, accessibility voting. Yes. So there will be advance polls. I just don't know when they are here in town.
I don't know either.
I'm gonna go to Elections Ontario and
I'm gonna
find
take
that
a look
out
later.
And they are always desperate for volunteers.
They are. Well, no, not volunteers. You get paid.
No, they still have volunteers.
Oh.
They still have volunteer stuff. Yeah.
But you also can get paid.
And you can get paid.
You can do it for money. You can do it for money.
It is a job. It is a job.
Yeah.
I did see the postings for them before the. No, wait, no, that's not true. Anyway,
No, the postings went up because I know someone who applied. Yeah. Oh, we got a long comment.
we got a huge. Do we? Well,
Do
let's
we
add
share it?
Does
Let's
it
share
cover?
it.
It covers the screen.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put my head up a little higher.
Okay. I've been following politics closely through newsletters. What Trump is doing is called shock and awe. Oh, so is this the term that we're using now?
Yeah.
Shock and awe. He's throwing out as much as possible to overwhelm us into submission. Much of the executive orders he's signed are illegal and cannot be normally passed through government. It's all part of his plan. We just got to keep pushing through. Yeah. You know, I do agree with that. There's
It's true. The problem with it is that despite the fact that they're executive orders and they're illegal, people are following them. People are still following his orders despite the fact that they don't have congressional approval. And this was the thing with the federal funding being cut off
for USAID.
for all federal funding. All
Yeah.
federal funding for all programs was cut last week and completely stopped. And without congressional approval, that's illegal. But
I'm not aware
they
of this.
still did
Okay.
it. They still did it. Any decisions of finance that are federally dispersed in the United States has to be approved through Congress.
Yeah.
And his decision to do this was not approved through Congress. And because of that, it's illegal, but they still did it.
And when you say they, are you talking about Elon's little team?
No, when I say they, I mean Trump's administration
Okay.
still enacted this policy. And that's what's scary, is not so much that he's doing all these things. It's that people are doing the things he's telling them to do when they're not supposed to, when they can't technically. Like half of Congress just got locked out of their offices the other day.
No, I don't. I haven't heard this. What do you mean they were locked out of their office?
Government offices were locked out.
Government offices or Congress offices?
Government employees, including Democratic and Republican, like senators,
Oh, okay.
were locked out of their offices.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't really. There's so much going on that I can't keep up with all of it, and it's just so exhausting, and I want to not pay attention, but I can't stop paying attention because this is the world we live in, and I have ADHD, and I can't stop.
Well, it is interesting to see that Trump seems to be putting Elon at a bit of an arm's length at this point too.
You mean a salute length?
No, no, I did not mean. Do not even joke. Don't even do that on the camera. No, he's. It's interesting. He's like kind of distancing, but also just not stopping.
Yeah,
at that
he's not
point
stopping
too.
him.
But distancing as well. He's
Yeah.
like, no, Elon is tasked with the job, but I can stop him at any time, sort of thing, or whatever.
Can he?
But yeah, he can. Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't know.
But I
That's
also
crazy.
I don't blame people for I don't blame small organizations within the U.S. government to be if the president says to do that, and what happens if you don't do what the president does, versus what would the Congress what would
I know.
Congress do afterwards?
It's all just
it's all politics, and it's all U.S. politics.
yes, and it's U.S., but it affects us.
It does. The tariff thing was concerning.
You know what? I made a decision to buy more Canadian products anyway.
Have you?
It was great.
There's been a million things on social medias of you get a little spreadsheet,
Yeah.
and they're like, this is American, soap. This is the American brand. Try choosing these Canadian brands.
And honestly, if for things that I don't have a reason to be brand loyal for a lot of products that I buy. I don't have a reason for buying that specific product. And if I notice that that's American, for example, I just realized that the soy milk that I bought all the time is American. But there's another Canadian soy milk that's probably just as good. So I bought that the other day. I was like, sure, why not?
And we need to do a taste test of soy milk products.
We do.
We need a taste test of soy milk products right now.
Right now. You know what?
I have no soy milk here.
Actually, though, I can buy Black Diamond cheese or I can buy Cracker Barrel cheese.
Who would buy Cracker Barrel?
But, Black Diamond is Canadian.
Yeah.
So I'll buy that. It's the same price.
Oh, well, there we go.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm making some conscious choices. The other day, I didn't buy broccoli because it was from the States. Instead, I bought bok choy, which was from Mexico. Because, I was feeling vindictive.
There are lots of dupes for products we use. When you say dupes, I mean duplicates for products we use. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Although my sister and I had a conversation today, there is no Canadian dustless cat litter.
Dustless
Yes.
cat litter.
So you can buy cat litter that's full of dust. That's Canadian.
Okay.
But if you want to get cat litter that produces less dust and has less dust, only the less dust, it's all American.
Interesting.
It's all American.
So
apparently.
what you're saying is Americans are less dusty than Canadians.
I don't really understand. I don't really understand.
You don't have a cat.
I don't have a cat, but I do know that less dust is great.
Yeah, because when you pour it in and it like goes ooh, or when the
But
cats
also
are like
when the
flicking it, like ooh.
When the
yeah.
cats go poo poo pee pee, and then suddenly you're like, what is this dust cloud? Is it 1930 Saskatchewan? I don't
Yes.
understand.
Yes,
like
it is.
Yeah.
Every single cat lives in 1930s Saskatchewan.
The Dust Bowl. The Dust Bowl.
That's why they call them the Pussy Prairies.
My name is Miss Tiffany Morgan.
Oh god, and she's dying a little bit inside right now. She is.
Oh my God. Have you, Rowena, so now that we got politics under control,
Are they under control? They're out of the way.
they're out of the way. Come to my birthday and networking show March 8th. Yeah, so what about Drag Race? Have you been watching Drag Race?
I have mixed feelings about this
season 17 of
Yeah.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Sometimes I feel like I'm really enjoying it, and then sometimes I'm like, why am I watching this? I kind of go back and forth, and I don't know what it is. I think the Drag Race has reached a point where it is so self-referential that I know exactly what the jokes are going to be before they happen. And that includes the queens. So,
Because they're all jokes? Is that what you said, Rowena?
No.
Oh my God. The shade. The shade.
but like the queens that are on Drag Race quote Drag Race. And because they were raised on Drag Race.
Yeah.
These queens never existed in a world where there wasn't Drag Race. They never existed where they weren't watching the show and trying to be on the show, and you can tell because the comments they make, the humor they use, it's all very drag. But like that's what RuPaul likes. And so that's what gets them seen and success. But I am slowly losing kind of like my joy of regular RuPaul's Drag Race. Just standard RuPaul's Drag Race. I still enjoy Drag Race UK. I love it.
Yeah.
I find it amazing because I find the sense of humor is so different and fresh. And I like All Stars because it's always just like, it's people that you like coming back and stuff like that. But yeah, I think I don't know, I'm watching it, but I'm not like loving it. What about you?
Yeah.
What are you thinking about this season?
No, I've been watching it. I like it. I like how the one or two are really kind of like breaking the mold sort of thing, you know. But unfortunately, they have left.
Right?
And it is, you know, you kind of got that feeling. You're like, I don't know what episode are we on?
I think we just watched episode 5.
And I already feel like I know who's going to be the top 4 already.
I don't
You
know,
know.
actually. That I don't know. I don't know who they're gunning for.
Yeah, I have a feeling I know who favorites who are favorites, but sometimes those favorites end up shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, and honestly, the queens that I really enjoy are often just being safe. And so
Yeah.
I don't really know who's going to win. And I do like that about this season. But did you notice? I have to say this.
Did I notice what? What did
So
I do?
they added in this season the
Badonkadonk?
Badonkadonk.
I love it. Although it's now
It's
not,
done now.
It's done now.
But did you notice what the two numbers that were the Badonkadonk were?
No.
The first number, pulled by Hormona Lisa in the first episode, was 7.
Yeah. Oh, and 1?
And 1.
Seven and 1? Or 1 and 7?
Or maybe 17.
17? 17, 17 again.
And
Ow,
like
whoa,
I
whoa,
kind of
whoa.
hate it. Like I love it because it's so obvious, but I hate it because like none of the queens were gonna think of it.
Well, do I tell the truth of what my thoughts are on it? I thought it was all rigged.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was all rigged. Someone told someone somewhere what numbers to pull. But also I had a thinking feeling that at the beginning that they would change them move it to whatever they pulled or something. So because I don't think this is actually hooked up to anything.
Oh no, it's definitely not hooked up to any. It's literally a prop put on
I
the
think
stage.
it's a prop, and then they're like,
And then they choose whether or not to dunk Michelle. I mean, that's exactly how it works.
yeah, that's kind of the feeling that I thought about it. But
I wasn't really like this person who was supposed to go home this episode. I'm happy that
that
she
was
stayed.
supposed to go home.
I'm
No, she
happy
wasn't
she
supposed to go
stayed.
home. She got the right one.
Yeah. She
But
got
I'm
the
glad.
right.
I'm glad. Yeah, you're happy that they were saved.
I'm happy that they were saved because, well, I mean, we can say it. Spoilers. I'm happy Ariadne was saved.
Yeah.
Because as much as I find her so bratty watching the show,
she is a brat. Isn't she?
she's
That's a
stirring
good
the
term.
drama. She's stirring the drama, and I like the drama.
I think we can get a lot more out of her though too. Yeah.
I think so, and she has really interesting drag. Like
Yeah.
her outfits are really
Yeah, her
interesting
looks
and
and
so
stuff,
different
yeah.
than everyone else's, and I enjoy that about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is a bit laid back though too, which can be good for you, but sometimes maybe not so good.
You know who I'm enjoying though?
Who are you enjoying?
On Your
Rowena?
Nerve.
On Your Nerve.
And Lexi Love.
On Your Nerve is on my nerve.
Oh, really?
And I think she's going to get all the way to the top 4 because I think she's a favorite. But she is talented.
She is talented.
She is very.
She has
like,
charisma.
she's on my nerve. I think she's got all of them.
Yeah.
I think she's got all of them: charisma, uniqueness, nerve,
She's
and talent.
definitely got nerve.
Oh, she's definitely got nerve when she's like, wow. Because that make challenge, but part of me is like, was that big old drama? Is that staged? But I don't think it was staged. It doesn't feel staged.
I don't think it was staged.
But still, it's like I needed it, so I used it off someone else's table.
Yeah. Oh, and the next episode. Did you see the preview for the next episode?
But I am surprised. It's taken 17 seasons for shit like this to happen.
Oh my God,
Because
and then-
this shit is notorious for at the pageants.
Yes, at the pageants. They fuck with each other constantly.
Constantly. You're allowed one person, dresser, allowed in the back room. That role of that dresser is to dress you.
Security.
But also keep your shit safe.
Yeah. So in I've
Yes.
literally in pageants, yeah. But in the episode before this one. So the episode before when they had to do the construction challenge.
Oh, was the construction sound? Oh, goodness. Okay. Yeah.
So Hormona Lisa made an outfit and she put her own rhinestones on it.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the queens told production that she put her own rhinestones on it and that wasn't allowed because you could only use the products that were provided.
Yeah.
And so Hormona had to, do we all recall, like take off all of the rhinestones.
Yeah.
Like that's the cattiness that happens at pageants.
Yeah.
But also, I found out because at Roscoe's, I was sent this video.
You got insights?
I got an inside scoop. So,
Okay.
Susie Toot was at Roscoe's with Carson Kressley.
Oh, because
and
somehow Susie was involved in that too. Wasn't
yeah,
she?
so Susie had also used her own rhinestones on her outfit. And apparently one of the other, I think Jewel Sparkles came up to her and like whispered, or like Crystal came up to her and whispered and was like, girl, they're making Ramona take the rhinestones off. Cover your shit in glitter so they can't tell they use your own rhinestones. Cover your shit in glitter. Do it now. And so she sprayed glitter all over her outfit in order to mask the fact that she had rhinestones on it, so she didn't have to go through the whole process of taking them off. And production didn't notice.
So Susie Choot doesn't make it to the top 4. That's what we're hearing. at this
Maybe.
point.
You
Well,
never
if she
know.
does, she doesn't win.
Yeah.
This is sounding a bit like that fiasco with season 1 Canada's Drag Race.
Oh my God.
Where they're like, we have heard. Anyway. Can't share it. Can't share it. But allegedly there was supposed to be someone in the top 4, but because they said something outside of production, suddenly there was a new edit and they were not there anymore. Something like that. Anyway, I didn't say that out loud. Did I say that out? No one listens to our podcast. No one really.
It's fine.
There we
It's
go. There we go. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But so, next episode.
Next
The
episode.
scene from next episode.
So I talked about, that drama of backroom, fiasco, stealing of jewels or something off someone else's table.
And so someone literally, like, steals her outfit or breaks her outfit or something, right?
That's the impression I got
That's
from
the
the
impression
commercial
that I
as
get from
well.
the commercial.
So the little commercial for this week's episode is like, who destroyed my dress?
Destroyed my dress. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. What was it?
I mean, I'm gonna have to find the review.
Yeah. But and then there was another clip where a judge was like, "Don't bring this drama to the stage."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Oh yeah, and that was Law Roach, who's like notorious for like being like harsh.
oh, okay.
He was one of the judges on Legendary.
But yeah, like destroying of outfits or whatever, or accessories, stealing of accessories and stuff during pageants. These sort of things are notorious. And why would you do that? Because you want to win, and you're like, that I gotta make that bitch look less. So throw some paint on her, whatever. Throw, I don't know, blood, whatever. You gotta do like
Yeah, someone destroys Lexi's outfit on runway day.
someone destroys Lexi's outfit on
That's
runway day.
what the preview is hinting at.
Yeah. At least that's what we think. And I can't wait to see that drama, to be honest.
Right? I can't wait.
But like this is all happening in season 17. Why hasn't this happened before?
Because they need to create drama. Because the seasons have been getting more and more boring.
We need to start showing the truth behind
The truth
pageant
behind drag
scene.
pageants.
The truth behind pageant scenes. Soon we'll be seeing all the sex.
You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
all the like. Oh, sleep with this judge, would ya?
Oh, I wonder how many people have slept with the judges. They're probably, hopefully none, but maybe. You never know.
Speaking of drag, we were in a pretty epic drag show last. Oh, you want to talk about last week's drag show? Do ya?
But it's done.
Ya? It's done. So yeah, for Real Out, we did a really good show for Real Out.
We did Drag Goes to the Movies, where everyone performed songs from movies. Or songs that had been featured in movies.
Or inspired by movies.
Or inspired by movies.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
It was good. It was good. I have notes on how to improve next time.
Yeah, well, I have notes as well. Yeah.
Although it's interesting, our notes are slightly different. In my mind, I'm like, we need to just, because I didn't realize you were so close to the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I accidentally touched the screen once. I know you're not supposed to touch the screen.
I managed to not touch the
I
screen.
accidentally brushed it with my. I was like, oh.
Oh, that's okay. Bewitched was touching it the entire time. I know. I was sitting there being like, don't touch the screen. Don't touch the screen. Oops. Yep, called out.
Oops. But yeah, to do it better, but it was really good.
It was a really good show. I really enjoyed it. I think that if I had more time, I would have done something a little different on my videos to make them a little bit more interactive, because that was my original intention, was to make them more interactive, but I just didn't have time.
Well, speaking of Bee's video was
Bewitched's video was fantastic.
That one was like insane. It was insane.
We've got an oopsie from Bewitched.
It was insane. So it was that video that made me like, oh my god, I really need to look into, because that video had your lighting in it. That was your lighting. That was your background. That was your. That was everything, and and plus the videos that I downloaded YouTube videos from YouTube, and along with the music. And that was another thing too, that the music quality needs to be a little bit better than from YouTube.
Yeah. Well, and I made a point of the videos that I downloaded from YouTube. I made sure that they were 4K. So I only downloaded the highest quality videos.
I was using music from movies from 40 years ago. So there's no 4K on YouTube of like Tu Wong Fu.
Well, Coyote Ugly came out in 1995.
There was a 4K of that? Well, of course it was.
It was just the music video. I got clips that were 4K. I didn't take all of it. I only took parts that were 4K. Anyway, I did do some editing.
You
I
made
did
that
some
video?
Not all of it. I mashed together parts of it. Not all of it. Parts of
Wow.
it.
Wow. You should go to the Makers Meetup, Rowena, and
Oh my
tell
God.
people that you're a movie.
No, I'm
that you're
not.
a film.
It's so much work. It takes so much time and effort. I just don't have that. I would rather have someone else do it for me. Like really. I will edit audio. I can do that because I can do that while sitting and like watching a movie or something or watching TV and like be doing things and like but editing video just takes so much time and I have no energy for it.
So I was talking to someone.
That's why our painting videos haven't come out yet. The ones where you, me, Lilith, and Mimi painted each other.
We need AI. AI, are you? I know there's AI out there to edit videos and
I
stuff.
don't
Actually,
want to use that though.
I was just being told that there is another. Anyway, I'm babbling.
You're babbling.
I'm babbling now.
She's
But
babbling.
you literally it creates a what's the word I'm looking for? Dialogue where what's that called? Your script. Like if you
A script.
No, it's not like so. It transcript. Thank you.
Yes.
It creates a transcript, and you use the transcript to edit.
Oh.
You're like, take out this, and it will actually edit the video.
Oh, that's really cool.
And audio.
is
I
very
was like,
cool.
oh my God. And of course, it's probably $5,000 a year. I'm your AI. Oh, look at that. Bewitched
Oh,
is your
Bewitched is
AI.
willing to do it. Excellent.
Just give the raw video and be here are 3 hours of us.
It's literally 3 hours on 3 different cameras. It's a lot of video.
It's a lot of video.
It's a lot of video, which is I did finish one. Almost. I almost finished one. But I wanted to do 2 cuts. I wanted to do an Instagram cut and I wanted to do a YouTube cut. And I almost finished the YouTube cut, but it was a little long and I needed to cut it down a little more.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you want to get that searchability, it needs to be...
Yeah. Because the problem was we had 2 video, one close, one far, but then we also had an audio. Like we had like people talking over there and you can't get that on the videos.
Yeah.
So I needed the audio file from one other one and it's a lot of effort. I wanted to make it good and instead I didn't do it.
And what Rowena is referencing is that in Sweepy Studios,
Yes.
one late night...
2 years ago.
Yes, I think my iPhone reminded me of it.
It was like 2 years
actually.
ago this June.
We call it Paint Night.
Paint night.
And who all was there?
You, me, Lilith, and Mimi.
It was the 4 of us.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I painted Lilith. Lilith painted
me.
you. You painted Mimi. And Mimi painted me to disastrous effect.
And it was great.
It was so much fun.
It was a great night.
It was.
I gotta find photos of Paint Night. Anyway, because I was like, oh my God, I look exactly like Lilith Kane at that time. She's constantly changing that.
She
bitch.
is. But you did look exactly like her.
Yes.
And
yes.
Mimi looked like a little Liza Minnelli. Like actually. It was really good. It was fun.
Oh, here I am. Paint Night, April 2023. Oh, there we go. Oh,
See?
Let's see if we can get
Almost
that.
2 years ago now.
Look at me. Look at me.
She was very pretty.
That is, yeah. Those lips, though. Those lips are giving me, like, who's that giving me? Trixie Mattel lips.
Sure.
That's kind of giving me Trixie Mattel lips, right?
Sure.
But darker.
But darker.
But
you turned out very
I do
well.
need to make my lips bigger, I think.
Let's
Jen-
make all of your drag bigger. Let's just all of a sudden make your drag.
Gen Z intern, let me at it. Let me at it. That's what B's saying. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so we've reached the end of our.
We have because
thingamajig.
I'm starting to collapse and fall asleep
Well,
here.
no, it's
but
literally the end of our hour.
end of our hour.
Yeah.
Yes. So important things that we should talk about. Go and vote.
Go and vote February
February
27th
27th.
or in advance.
Or in events. Yeah, you have to be 18 or older, a
If
citizen
you-
of Ontario.
If you are
Canadian citizen.
concerned with voting and you don't know how to vote, you can strategically vote by going to certain websites that will show you what the most popular parties in your riding are. I mean, approximately, because no one ever really knows. But you can do that if you want to. Or you can just vote your heart. And remember, your heart should include trans rights, which means not voting conservative. Straight up. Thank you. Yeah. And also healthcare.
I think everyone has healthcare on the agenda.
Right? No, well, I mean, Doug Ford has literally been scrapping public health care for the last 4 years, or 3 years. Anyway, so I'm moving on from
And
this
you know I can't
conversation.
comment on that.
No, you can't. You cannot, which is why I get to talk about it. So, yeah, go vote, but also come to some shows. There's a whole bunch of shows happening in February. Open stage is tomorrow. There's a fundraiser on Friday. Next week, there's bingo, and there's the Amour Cabaret on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
There's a show at the Grad Club. Annihilation's birthday is happening at the end of the month.
Oh.
And I think Becca Blake has a show
Yes.
at the Royal late February. I don't know what day. But yeah, there's lots of shows. Go get tickets. It's a slow month. People don't like to leave their houses. But you know what? It's warmer where there's love. And that's drag.
There's love, and that's drag. Yeah, I think February is a pretty busy drag month per se. You know,
It's shockingly busy for a February.
February, yeah, it exists. And Real Out is still going on
It
as
is.
well.
And you can get Valentine's Day dragograms from me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Kingston Canadian Film Festival starts in end of February as well. Yeah, lots of stuff. The dragogram. So are you gonna jump around in like a bunny suit?
Why would I be a bunny on Valentine's
Playboy
Day?
bunny.
Oh, no, I'm going to be an angel.
Oh,
Like Cupid.
like like Cupid,
Like Cupid.
or like Victoria's Secret.
I'll be wearing a diaper.
or like Victoria's Secret.
More like Victoria's Secret.
All right. Well, you can find all the drag shows.
Yes, you can.
On dragshow.ca. That's drag show. No, that's not how it goes.
I loved that. Can you do that again for me, please?
Dragshow.ca.
Dragshow.ca. Anyway,
And of course
this is
you can,
why I am the jingle person.
and of course you can find me, Miss Tyffanie Morgan, and my Mayor Arts Award and my premiere movie on Tiffany.com. No, you can't actually stream them, but you can find out where to find them on Tiffany.com. That's TYFFANIE.com.
And of course, you can find me and all of my upcoming shows in and around Ontario, because it's not just Kingston. I have shows coming up in Napanee and in Trenton, so check them out. Oh, and in Belleville. So check them out at rowenaway.com. That is WHEY.com. Thank you, everyone, for listening to
What's the Maple Tea?
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.